Hello, I'm Rancid Candy, and today I'll be making edgy Sonic OCs that I wish I had. I mean, it was a complete miracle that when I was in middle school, I didn't draw a single edgy Sonic or Sonic OC. It was my most played video game franchise. I mean, Sonic Adventure and Sonic 06 kind of made me who I am, but I'll blame it on the fact that I didn't have like any of the cool anime kids channels like 4Kids or whatever, and I was too obsessed with MLP and Batman at the time to shove another thing into that wasteland I call a brain. But anyway, I have some yummy Sonic edgy OC eats for you today, so I hope you all enjoy. For this first one, I decided that I had to do like a more bubbly personality, more fun gal, rather than just straight into the edge, you know who I'm thinking of. Don't worry, that comes. The second guy is like almost a Shadow ripoff, don't worry. But this one's more to heal my inner child. This is more the character that I would have been obsessed with when I was a kid. I don't know what it is. I've always been a pretty mellow person, but the characters that I've choose to get obsessed with are super annoying half the time. I don't know what it is. But here she is, and it's not to say that I wasn't edgy when I was a kid, because I named a dog Shadow in like 3rd grade, not because he was like a black lab or something like that. He was a white little poodle. Here's a picture of him if I find one. Named him Shadow because every character I was naming myself in every video game was Shadow, so I had to name a dog that. Of course I did. I don't know how they trusted me to name another thing. When I was in like kindergarten, I wanted to name my rabbit Hannah Montana, and their most recent dog in like 2018 I named Bagel. I make choices. And I'll go on a little side tangent here that is somewhat related because, as you can see, I was a pretty edgy kid throughout a large portion of my childhood. I mean, my sister was an actual scene kid in 2006, so I idolized that. And by the age of like 11 or so, that's when I figured out about cringe culture, especially I loved memes and everything like that, and of course, there's a lot of people that get the butt end of the stick in the art community, and being an edgy 12-year-old, that was me a lot. So I quickly started to hate what I was making, especially because I had a friend of mine who would leave hate comments all the time, just like berating me, of which I'm sure they were also insecure and trying to avoid like being that cringy person, because they were also like, they had a Vocaloid username and were obsessed with anime and wrote fan fiction and stuff. Like, I can't blame them. We were 12 years old and there's nothing wrong with that. And it's sad seeing the development in my art like drastically change at some point when I was able to tell what I was doing was cringe and what wasn't. So I really like held myself back from what I wanted to do with art in just the hopes of pleasing everybody else. And I still struggle with that to this day, but now I'm an adult and I care about things a lot less because I'm not in school, and I realize that people have better things to do, and so do I, and I should just do what I want. So here I am, making an edgy Sonic OC, and speaking of, it's time to show off her personality traits, so I'll read them out for you here. Hello, viewer, meet Princess Willow Rose, meet viewer. She's royalty, as you can see by that beautiful crown on top of her head. And you may be wondering, what is she royalty of? Well, to that I answer, she is the queen of the Chaos Emeralds. I don't know what that implies. I don't know. And then we continue on with, she's in a love triangle with Silver and Shadow the Hedgehog, of course. She is Amy's stepsister, that's where the rose comes in, and she hates her and Sonic for being preps, because of course. She smokes weed with Big the Cat and Blaze. I just thought it'd be funny, okay? I'd like to imagine that they just sit in silence and don't say anything to each other the whole time. And lastly, she killed Eggman with her Fury Rage chainsaw. What is a Fury Rage chainsaw, you may be asking? I'd like to imagine just a regular chainsaw, but like it's a little bit bigger and she just put a bunch of stickers on it or something. I don't know. So yeah, there she is. It's Princess Willow Rose. I hope you liked her a lot. And next, let's get on to our little edgy guy. Okay, so here's my second Sonic character. I wanted to make my partner make this one just to be like, look, everybody can make characters as a way of expressing themselves, yada yada. But putting somebody under the spot and be like, make this character by tonight when they don't make characters, it didn't work out. So they just helped me out with the personality traits in the end. But I'm gonna continue on with what I was saying earlier. With having all of this art online, there's a very clear catalog of all of my cringiest moments. It's my own personal cringe compilation. And yes, it's really painful to look at. Dear God, I was so annoying. But it was really sad to look at and see the direct linear progress of when I stopped making stories for my characters and I stopped having them live in fantastic worlds and I don't use powers at all, and now my characters went from looking like this, bad but still fun, to this, which is just very boring. I don't know what it's teaching me about art, because like at that point I switched over to no stories at all for any of my characters, because I mean, living a regular day in life, I mean, nothing interesting happens there to make a story based off of, so they're just gonna be characters that I draw and there's nothing more to them, and they're gonna be as normal and boring as possible, which is pretty sad, like seeing the direct comparison of it just gradually getting more and more boring throughout the time. But here I am, making Sonic OCs now, so I'll get on to the character personality traits because it's time for it, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so here is Jaxiel, a little edgelord guy. I chose his name to be a mix between Jax and Daniel. I wanted to look up and make sure that this wasn't like an actual name outside of the US and I'm just being culturally ignorant. I might still be, but from what I saw, it seems about like 70 people in only America are called this name, so I think the Jax-Daniel comparison is a little too real. Anyway, on to the personality traits. First one, he is a spy for Eggman and Sonic, and he lies to both of them. Doesn't care about any morality, he's just in it for the bag, you know. And then, secondly, hangs out and smokes with Vector and Shadow. Had to have another one of them, another group in there, of course. He can control all evil Chow with his mind. If you are a good Chow and then you turn evil, oh, sucks to suck. You have no brain now. It is being controlled by Jaxiel. All the girls swoon over him, but he's too busy spying. Gotta love a man who cares about his job more than getting laid, honestly. And lastly, when he gets hit, he gets so angry, he starts glowing red and goes super. Like Super Sonic or Super Shadow. No Chaos Emeralds involved. I honestly don't know if the other ones need Chaos Emeralds, but I'm assuming they do. But he doesn't. You just punch him in the face and he gets really mad and you die. So yeah, I hope you like him. He was really fun to make. I don't know, a little self-indulgent. All of my OCs kind of look like this one anyway, let's be real. But the difference is my OCs aren't hedgehogs, so. Well, thanks for watching Jaxiel's part, and I'll do a little wrap-up now. Alright, thanks for watching my video today. I'll have another one sooner than this. Sorry for everybody on Instagram that saw me posting, oh, this will be up soon. I may not have premiere in the most legal of ways, and they figured that out for a second, but I got them back out of there, got my pitchfork, got them out of my house. So, back to editing videos. One will probably be up within the week, so thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoy. Have a good night. No.